Hey guys, welcome back to my messy desk, which you can't see most of, thank goodness, and another cataloging and processing video. In the last video, I cataloged and processed, and I'll link that video down below, by the way. I cataloged and processed books that were from scratch, like that we just bought from Amazon. They didn't have anything on them, no processing, no stickers, no like covering film or anything. But if you order from a library, like a book company, like Junior Library Guild is where these are from, or Follett, or wherever you're ordering books from, a lot of times they'll come kind of like processed for you. So I just thought I'd show you my process of like uploading the MARC records for those, or downloading them, I should say, from the company, uploading them into Follett, and then just kind of the basics of what I do to get them ready to put on the shelf. Obviously, it's a lot faster process than the last one, but it is, you have to pay for it. You do have to pay like per book. I honestly can't remember how much it is, but it's probably worth it if you're busy at all. I happen to have a lot of TAs, like seniors who are helpers that can help me, but if you're like an elementary or maybe even middle school librarian, or you don't have an aide who can help you, it's probably worth paying the cost just to get them processed, because it takes so long to do this on your own if you have to cover all these books and print stickers and all that sort of stuff. But for saving money, I usually do it myself. I did calculate one time how much these Junior Library Guild books cost with the processing and the fact that they're hardbound and that they're chosen for me, and it's something like $20 to $25 per book depending on the genre and things like that, and what type of subscription you get. But it was way more expensive than Amazon, obviously. So I thought what I'd do, I've got 5 books today, so I thought I would show you how I just catalog these really quickly. First, we'll do the computer side of it and how we download the MARC records and then upload them into Follett, and then I'll show you just like the stamps and the stickers and different things like that that I put on here. So I'm literally killing 2 birds with 1 stone right now doing this. So on one, because I'm doing my job and my YouTube video, on one side I've got, I've got my 2 monitors, love them, brand new, they're huge, I love them. Right here I've got Follett, Destiny, and then over here I'm just gonna I'm gonna go ahead and go to Mackin, not Mackin, what am I talking about? These are from Junior Library Guild. It's like I don't even know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go to Junior Library Guild. Thank goodness my login is saved, because I certainly don't know it. There we go. It's saved, thank goodness. And then basically I'm just gonna download it, and you can do this if it's Follett or whoever it is. There'll be somewhere where it'll show your order and it'll show your MARC records for the order, which is what you're gonna upload into Follett so that you don't have to upload all these yourself, or input them all yourself. Right here, MARC records. There we go. I took a cataloging class when I was in college that showed you like original cataloging, and you had to learn this ridiculous stuff. It was so hard. Never have I used that. Like, when would I ever use that? It's insane. Oh, I do need to make sure that this is the right one. Let's go make sure, because sometimes, yeah, this is it. Those are the books. Hey, these were the books from my last book haul, if you saw me do that. I could have just put download right there. Oops. Well, right here, when I find the right one, just download custom MARC. And it did. It's some weird file. I don't even think you can like open it on your computer. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go, so I'm under catalog, and then I'm going to go to upload, where is it? Import titles. Here we go. Import titles. And you can choose a variety of things. I'm not going to go through all this stuff, but if for some reason you need to change any of these things, like you might have to watch a different video, a tutorial on all this stuff, because I never change any of this. I know you can, or add them to a certain list, like if you want a list of new books or books that you still need to process or whatever it might be. But I'm going to leave it all the same. All I'm going to do is click choose file and literally just choose the file that I just downloaded. And that's it. Like, it's that simple. Now you can preview if you want. So in case something is wrong, it'll be okay. Like here we go. Here's my preview. Let's just make sure it looks okay. Here are my 5 books. Copies will be added 5. Duplicate titles replaced. Apparently there's something else already like maybe added in our system. I'm gonna go ahead and push import. There's no errors, it looks good. Honestly, I don't even probably really need to preview when it's something like that. And it's gonna say title import pending. We're just gonna keep refreshing. And there we go, complete. View. Here are my books. There they are. And I can edit them from here if I want to, like I might do that here. So what I'll do is I'll go, well, this one's kind of a hard one to start with. So you know what, I'm going to start with the second one. I'm going to come back to that one. A Place for Vanishing by Anne Freystadt. Now, here at our school, what we do for so notice how the barcode's already in there. Super handy. The call number, well, so let's find the book. Please don't look at my desk. Oh my gosh. Place for Vanishing. Here it is. We go by the genre. So I'm pretty sure this is horror, but there's a couple ways I check. Don't tell the librarian at the other school, but here's one way that I check. Is I go over here and I type in a place for vanishing. Okay, then I put that I want to do, because the other librarian at the other school does this way faster than me, and she's usually got them in the system. We don't always get the same books, but sometimes we do. Look at that. Is this us? Oh, dag nabbit. Nope, it's not us. She doesn't have a copy. If another school in your district has a copy, that'll be right here. And I just steal whatever genre that she labeled hers as. And I do make sure I think it's accurate. But I'm pretty sure that this is horror. So if it is, then I'll put horror FRA as the call number. So here it is on Goodreads, and it is labeled as horror as number 1, fantasy, paranormal, blah, blah, blah. So I'm gonna go horror because I know that her other book is horror, and I read the description of this one recently. I mean, sometimes you might have to read the description and think about where it's truly going to get the most checked out. If you do genreify, because sometimes it's like, oh, it's horror and fantasy, but I know for sure it'll get checked out more in horror or whatever, then that's what I go with. So there we go. Purchase price, I'm gonna just take a peek. This is probably not exactly accurate. And I'm gonna show you a little trick too. If you don't see the purchase price handy, which of course this one is right there, but if you don't see it, it's these last 4 digits of this number, $19.99. And that has saved me so many times. I've been somewhere and I saw like a really old book that didn't have a price, but if you look right there, there's the price. So $19.99. If you're at a bookstore and you're trying to figure out how much something costs. And I'll leave all this the same, but then right here, I'm also gonna put sublocation as horror because we are genrefied here. That way if students research it, they can see exactly, where it's at. The vendor for this one, all of our vendors we've like ever used are in here. In this case, it's Junior Library Guild. Here are the previous vendors. I've not used some of these like ever, but the previous librarian apparently did. So Junior Library Guild. Funding, this is board funding. But if it's anything else, I'll put that there. So usually it's board funding. If you want to print the labels, you can, but obviously these come with labels on them. And I'm just going to do that for all 5 of these books. It's pretty much the same process for all of them. The only thing that is a little bit trickier, back over here, I leave this up and then I right click to have the, to keep this list open. But we didn't do this first one. We skipped it because our nonfiction is a little harder to classify. Is it a biography? I mean, it is a biography, but like it kind of looks like it deals with a lot of other stuff. It's like how to make money or something. It depends on what we're going to classify it as, because at our school we have various genres. I'll show you. Okay, don't look at my terrible folder system over here. Where's my genre list? Oh, here it is. My pictures of my shelves out there. It's good. My nonfiction, I mean, social studies, it could be economics. So I'm going to check and see. I'm going to really look into this one and decide where I'm going to think it's going to get checked out the most. Biographies are way more popular than economics though. So let me decide on that here soon. But anyway, I'm going to do that exact same process to all of these books. And then let me show you how to do the stickers. So to do the stickers, what we do at my school, we do several things to process each book. We usually either write the barcode number, so this number right here, 6007, or 9607, we write it right here. That way in case the cover gets damaged or something, but we don't have to because they send us the stickers from Junior Library Guild. They send us extra copies. So I used to throw these away until I realized, hey, I could just grab, what did we just say, 9607? Grab that extra sticker and put it inside the book. So that's what I do. I just stick it like right in there somewhere, like wherever, it doesn't matter. But now if the cover gets damaged or this is like, you can't even read it anymore or something, then you'll have the barcode number inside because you still need to know what number this book is. So I suggest that somehow you put, whether it's in the back, whatever, you've got to have another barcode number somewhere, whether you just write it in by hand, which we do a lot, or put that extra sticker. And then I'm also going to get, here it is. Sorry, my desk is a mess. We have a stamper for our school. I did not order this. I don't know how they ordered this. Some company somewhere. Actually, it says. It tells the name. Anyway, you can order one personalized for your school, which is really super cool. And we stamp them in 3 places. I stamp them. I think the librarian at the other school said she doesn't even stamp them anymore, but I feel like it's nice to have our name. It seems very official. I stamp them on the inside and I stamp them on the top, which if the book is not big enough, you have to kind of finagle it like this. And yeah, that looks terrible. It doesn't look good. It's fine. It looks official because it's got something stamped on there. I'm gonna try a little bit better with this one. No, still not great. It's hard. It's hard to do, especially from this angle, but it'll be fine. So we do that. We do the stamping. What else do we do? I'm gonna forget something. Oh, I do put new tape right here. If it's a new book, I buy this roll of new tape from Demco. This thing's like, oh my gosh, was this the one that's like $25 a roll? I don't know, it's a lot. You don't quote me on that, but it's a lot. And we used to use 2 sections of new tape. Like I'd pull off where you could see the word new twice so that it would be around the front and side of the book. But this stuff is too expensive and we get too many new books for that. So I just put it right up here at the top unless it's a book in a series, when I have to label the series number there, then I'll put the new someplace else. But that way my TAs know to shelve it on the new shelf, that we can, and then when it gets not new anymore, we can just take the tape off and we make a new tape ball. Like we have a big giant ball, which we've lost the old one, which is really sad because it was like this big of just new tape. And my TAs just thought it was so fun to do that. But the one last thing we do is we put the genre label right here. So I have a folder full of my book labels, very official looking, yes. It's just all my labels for all the different types of books. So I'm looking for horror, and if I don't have any, which thank goodness I do, I have to go and print them. The old librarian before me, thank goodness, made these templates. Instead of ordering expensive stickers from somewhere, from some company, she just made her own. She just made this template on a Google Doc, which is amazing, and she shared it with me. Or not even Google Doc, it was a Microsoft Word document. And she shared it with me, and now I can do it, and she just has it to fit this exact type of label, which is great. And so now I can just print them whenever I need them. And I have a color printer in my office, thank goodness, although I need a new one. Then I just, right here, I just put it so that you can see the little, exact little part. You don't have to be able to see this part, but we just make it so that you can definitely see this. But we don't turn it up the other way because a lot of times there's not room to do so. So we have to turn it like that, and then it goes around the side. Now you just have to put a label cover over top of it because all the rest, thank goodness, all the rest of the stickers are already inside the, you know, plastic thingy here. I'm sure there's a fancy name for that. Plastic thingy sounds great. Yeah, I sound like a really official librarian, don't I? There we go. And now it is covered. It is, and I think that's it, right? Oh, and then in the back we get one of our due date stamps, which I don't have on hand. No, they're all out front. I don't want to go out there. I can't be bothered. But we'll put a due date sticker right here. They're like the self-stick ones, just so that that way it's already in there, so that when somebody checks it out, that's already ready to go. And that's it. That is the system. And honestly, students can do pretty much all that. I have even had students, I've downloaded the MARC records, uploaded it into Destiny, and I've had them do the whole computer side of it. They figure out the genre for me. They base it on what Goodreads says, looking at it themselves, using the other school, seeing what their records say. They've done that for me before. And then they've put in, like, they know how to do all this, sublocation, vendor, funding source. I just literally have directions on a sheet of paper, and it's super easy for them to do. So if you have trustworthy student aides or just a regular aide that could do that for you, it could be really, really fast. But buying these ahead of time with the stickers already on them and the MARC records already available and the covering already on them, it's like a piece of cake. Is it worth the money? Just depends on how much time you have and how much help you have, whether it is or not. For me, I do a little bit of both. Usually we do our own, but I do get these already covered and ready for me because I just, want some that are sent to me that I didn't pick out that I know are gonna be popular, because these are curated, specifically for us. But you can see how fast that is. Like literally I stuck that on there, stuck that on there, stuck that in there, put the stamp on, done. And the TAs can do all that too. They know that whole process as well. So hopefully this video was somewhat helpful for you. Good luck on your cataloging and processing journey. Like I said, I'll link the old video down below if you want to see how to do more like the original cataloging and processing. If it's a book that you just randomly order from Amazon, you need to be able to cover it and figure out how to put it in the system and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, hopefully you found this helpful, and I will talk to you guys again later. Let me know if you have any more questions and maybe I can try to answer them. Okay, bye.